My name is Bill Hack. I was 20 years in the Navy. I was working down in Great Lakes and ran into some ladies at a festival of foods down there that started a Heroes Cafe. On September the 20th, we opened up the doors to the Heroes Cafe, Central Wisconsin. Today marks our biggest turnout to date, and the reason being is we have Gary Wetzel, a Medal of Honor recipient from South Milwaukee.
Gary George Wetzel is a former United States Army soldier and a recipient of the United States military's highest decoration, the Medal of Honor, for his actions in the Vietnam War. Wetzel joined the Army from Milwaukee, Wisconsin at age 18, and by January 8, 1968, was a private first class, serving as a door gunner in the 173rd Assault Helicopter Company. On that day, near Ap Dong An, Republic of Vietnam, his helicopter was shot down and the survivors, including Wetzel, came under heavy enemy fire. Severely wounded by an explosion which nearly severed his left arm, he continued to man his machine gun and help other injured soldiers.
And later on I got hit in the leg, and then I got bayoneted in the right leg. I mean, I should have been dead. Medically, should have been gone, but it wasn't my time. So there was thoughts of death there, and I figured that if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna try and take a few more of the bad guys with me. Or if there's somebody that's yelling for help, and people don't realize in a battlefield, it's not what you see on TV. I mean, there's people yelling for their mamas, their daddies, their girlfriend, their loved ones. It's, war is horrendous. It's salacious. It's nothing to be glorified about. And I just didn't want to throw in my chips. It's like, let's give it the best we can, Gare. And I tried to do the best I could. So, and I thought I was on my way out. I mean, here you are, a 20-year-old punk kid, and you're thinking about death. And but also realized that was the 5th time I got shot down. It's my 2nd tour, and death was nothing new to me. Did I like it? No, I didn't like it. Who likes death? But you're a soldier. You try and do your job and do it the best that you can, and try and help your brothers out. And you don't think about you think about everybody else. So that's what it's all about. And I really didn't know what I was going to get the Medal of Honor for. I mean, I'm a soldier doing a job, okay, all that, but I don't know why. And which they weren't at liberty to tell you, is that you're going to go to Washington in front of the president. I'm like, oh, geez, So here I am standing in front of the president of the United States at the White House, and Secretary of Defense is reading off the citation. And I tell people, to this day, and here it is, 4.5 decades later, and every time I have that privilege to wear that blue ribbon around my neck, I'm still in awe of what it is. And I spent, 7 or 9 days, I don't recall, on what they refer to as a supercritical list, because I was too tore up to travel at that time. Once I got stabilized and they shipped me to Tokyo, well, some of the guys that I had saved found out Gary Wetzel's going to be in Tokyo, because at that time I got the Distinguished Service Cross, our nation's 2nd highest in Vietnam, and I was in the military paper, the Sergeant Stripes, and they kind of said my next hospital where I was going to be at, which I didn't know because I didn't read the paper. But when I get there, I had another operation because of the infection I had. And so here I am in my bunk, just a piece of liver. And guys would come up to the edge of the bed and, hey, you Gary Wetzel? Yeah, hey, man. And they would pull out their wallet and show me a picture of their wife or their kids or their girlfriend and say, hey, pal, because this is what I got to go back to. That's what it means. That's what it's all about. And
I just want to say I'm not only proud of this community. I mean, this community has backed me 100%. But last night I went to the Common Council meeting, and the idea was to get Mr. Wetzel a key to the city. And I was pleasantly surprised when the mayor called me up there, and I also won a key to the city. So, I mean, I know the community's behind me. I'm proud of this community. I moved back up here because of the people in central Wisconsin.
when you wear that Medal of Honor, when I'm growing up as a kid, Audie Murphy, which stands out in my mind. Joe Voss, former governor of South Dakota and Marine aviator, guys that I've read about in books. And then you're here in that same caliber with them. Jimmy Doolittle, Eddie Rickenbacker, guys that I met out throughout the years that were great American people, and you're in that same category. And if you can try and put a smile on somebody's face or say thank you to a brother, I guess that's what it's all about. And taking time out to let them know that you're not there because you're the hero. You're there because you want to say, hey, how are you? And thank you for your service. And that's what it's all about.